Well, supporters of the EFF have marched to the Phoenix police station from Gandhi Park, and a march billed as supporting the families of those killed in recent violence in that area. Police say at least 36 people were killed during the violent attacks following the violence in KwaZulu-Natal. Many of them died from gunshot wounds. The EFF handed over a strongly worded memorandum to police in Phoenix demanding more action against the alleged perpetrators of the killings. They accuse the police of ignoring the alleged crimes. The EFF Secretary-General Marshal Dlamini has accused the eThekwini Mayor Mxolisi Kaunda of colluding with the Indian people in Phoenix and destroying the homes of black South Africans. Dlamini has called on Kaunda to rebuild the houses which were destroyed in that area.
These racist Indians here, they went to burn the houses of our people. Councillors of EFF, you must tell Kaunda that he must come and rebuild the houses of our people. It doesn't matter if they were shacks or they were in a bad condition, but they are houses of our people, and we want those houses to be rebuilt. Because this mayor is working with these racist Indians and racist white people.
Well, for more on this, we're joined now by Dr. Douglas Ziva, the KwaZulu-Natal CEO of the South African Council of Churches. The question, of course, tonight is how do we go about improving the situation? Dr. Ziva, good evening to you, sir, and thank you very much indeed for your time. This is a very difficult situation that we're seeing in Phoenix, in KwaZulu-Natal. We've had a political party marching through there today, as is their right. How do you believe we can try and ease the situation and ease these racial tensions?
No, thank you very much for inviting me, and greetings to your viewers. I think we are in a situation that is characterized by a lot of anxiety, a lot of pain, and a lot of trauma among the people that have been affected by the protests in Phoenix and surrounding areas, as well as in the country as a whole. From the clip that you just played now, it indicates clearly that we should acknowledge that we do have a problem of racism. And it is important, I think, for government to make a thorough inquiry around this issue, around what has happened, and clearly come up with the factors that led to the violence and to the killings that have taken place. Most important is the fact that we are sitting with a lot of people that have been killed. We are sitting with families that are grieving their beloved ones. We are sitting with communities that are in trauma and that are very anxious about the situation. Not only in Phoenix, but also areas such as even Moy River, where by the toll plaza, where the trucks were being burnt, communities there are also in trauma and very anxious about this whole development that has taken place. So it's important to do an inquiry and come up with clear recommendations about how this whole what are the important interventions that are going to be taken by government? What are the important interventions that are going to be taken by faith leaders? It's important for us to acknowledge the problem of racism, and that it is linked to the problem of economic inequality and the racial profiling that we saw from the vigilante communities trying to protect themselves because of fear, etc. Faith communities and everyone across the board, I think, should condemn racism in strongest terms. Myself, coming from the KwaZulu-Natal Christian Council, we would like to call for justice, that justice and the law should take its course, number one. But number two, we would like to promote forgiveness and reconciliation, peace and stability in all the communities that have been affected. Now, there are urgent things that we need all of us to rally around. The first one is mitigating the situation. Tonight, there are families that are going to bed hungry because they don't have food on the table, because their food, all their livelihood was destroyed during the protests. We need to make sure that everyone has got food on the table immediately. It's an urgent mitigating factor, that initiative that we need to take upon immediately. But number two is the fact that people are still in emotional stress. They are very anxious. So we are calling upon faith leaders to get into the situation and conduct processes of counseling, processes of healing of memories and reconciliation, so that as other processes are taking place, all the inquiries and other rebuilding, etc., people are stabilized emotionally and people have food to eat on the table.
Dr. Douglas Ziva, the CEO in KwaZulu-Natal of the South African Council of Churches, I do appreciate your time tonight. Thank you very much indeed.